Genuinely, I've been really existential, and I'm just kind of questioning my life and about how, like, my past, you know, life revolving crushes have been. I've never actually had a boyfriend before, and once that I've actually texted with guys online, like, I just feel like it doesn't go anywhere. Like, sure, I have nice guy friends I can talk to online, but it actually never made me feel like I could ever really kind of know what it's like to actually really have someone in that way. And it's not that I'm missing out, don't get me wrong. Like, I love my single life. I love that men aren't here to kind of like take advantage, and you know like, it's kind of sad because even with girls, I don't really feel like I have anyone truly that can really be close to me. So I feel like I've always spent my life like being alone, and even if I try to be with people, like, they would just end up like leaving me for for like someone else. Or yeah, that was what I generally believed for my first heartbreak. Like, having crushes really are something. Like, I know how like unrealistic just to like having crushes, and once you find out about them, like, you would stop liking them. Unfortunately for me, I love so deeply that I don't know how to kind of know how to really let go of that person. And men are like probably the worst kind of people who definitely have like abusive tendencies, at least like men that I have experienced before. And it's just the worst, like, to really kind of also realize like one day that now that I know that they're like that, but because I'm like delusional, like, I believed in something that isn't true. I believe that a guy would always like be nice to me and be loyal to me, and it didn't work out in my head. It really doesn't help that like my YouTube would be all about like the delusional woman must know that men cheat and stuff. Like, I don't need that. Like, I can be delusional and naive all I want, but then obviously something happened that I don't want to really believe that like a guy can be loyal to me. Like, it's really upsetting. This is like the first time I have ever like talked to YouTube about this in my channel, but I wanted to be really frank with you all because I have been really very upset and I about someone, about like just how much I really thought it was going to work out well with. But even if it's just a friend, I feel like, yeah, it always happens this way, that I could never find a good someone. And I genuinely believed it maybe for a few weeks in my head, in my delusional head, probably maybe months or maybe less than that. And at the whole point of time, I was also being targeted by like the hackers and stuff. I really just thought like it is something like I can forget and move on from, but I haven't, because I think about what ifs. I think about like actual scenarios, like, because usually for me, I do not think about anything like vividly. I'm lazy to think about something. If you tell me to visualize something, like, it, all these like visions like come naturally, and it is fun, to see like maybe Winnie the Pooh or Stewie like staying outside when they aren't there because they're cute, but I don't know how else to kind of grieve off the pain of like not being with someone. Or like, I know I was probably desperately thinking I should see that this person is with someone else, but then now that I felt that I felt really weird. So I decided to make this video because even with like destiny chart. Obviously, you guys know things happen at work and mishaps, but like I just felt shattered because I believe that I found like my fairy tale, but it didn't happen. And it's absurd because I also lost like some parts of myself and memory, because I guess I was that sick. Like I was just probably feeling off, like physically, like, but like not that bad that I still can go to work. More like probably mentally, but now it's like emphasized because I tend to absorb things very easily, and even if there's no one here physically that's, you know, telling me or transmitting bad thoughts or feelings about themselves or me or towards me, I still feel it, and it's really hard. Like I know that I have to move on or let go, as I was advised to, you know, for me to kind of just, you know, get over someone that I truly wanted. But now that I feel like that, I see it like that, I don't think it makes anything better. So it has been really, really hard for me. And in the past, I got insulted and got ugly, and then the one on Telegram, SK, told me that I'm ugly just because I didn't send him what he wanted, and it is like the worst thing that I can ever like understand my whole life. I don't find myself ugly, but just yesterday, I felt that it wasn't me. So it's like this ugly demon, because literally, like, I do not believe it. So I'm just fighting over a demon, something really monstrous. Like, I cannot let go of guys calling me ugly. I really don't understand it either, but I'm kind of crumbling because I feel that yesterday for a second. It all amplifies on how, like, I don't like have anybody that, you know, I eventually want to be close to me. Like, it's not something I'm complaining about, but I don't understand. Like, I cannot understand. This is just my looks. Am I really that, like, you know, meant to be alone? That even my delusions, my dreams don't align and make me feel worse, when in reality everybody just goes about their lives and never ever like look at me or like in a way that like, let's be friends and hang out, or like, let's be more than friends. Like, nobody has ever like stayed with me for so long, or like even wanted to be with me only like recently, and it has been breaking me apart. I don't know how it is like to really think that I can be happy even in love, when I had that but it fell apart. Just because I couldn't think straight, that what when I was dreaming, that what I saw wasn't true, that was a simulation, that really genuinely my crush is with someone, walking beside someone else, and I genuinely just had it off. Like, I know of someone who wrote on Threads that said like there's this person who she likes that's hugging someone else, but I don't want to understand how I can't let this all go. Like, I started to be in a loop of self-hating, so I really don't understand how I fell apart. Maybe it's because I'm just too tired of the negative energy from like hacker or something, but like genuinely I feel like I would probably never have a chance to, you know, feel better about things that I have never experienced in my life before. It's like ironic, I know, but I feel like just someone who is like so completely alone. But I don't like to be in my thoughts. I would think about nonsensical things, like someone beside someone I like, or I even dreamed about it, so I cannot even think I could be better this way. I always feel like, because of how people treat me, that there definitely must be something wrong with my life because I don't blame myself, but I don't have it good, and I guess nobody has it all that good too, but like I'm really tired of it all. Like I don't understand, I just want things to work out for me and another person without like me being like a villain or people judging me, because like I'm really tired of the noise. Like I'm okay, I really really truly am, but I just wonder what it would take for me to really kind of tell myself that I accept myself and I want to be okay and happy living. I guess it's more that I feel like really empty when things that I want aren't accessible to me, and I still believe that my imagination is real and what happy thoughts I have about this person is true. But I just hate having like thoughts that this isn't real, or like I can't be happy like I want to be happy. It is very hard for me to really see that, but I will be definitely like going on my life. But yeah, I miss someone, and I wish that the person knew how much I wanted to be with that someone, because no lie, I really did feel attracted. But also to say, it's like I have like no luck in my life, man, and I don't want to get it started about demons telling me that I'm ugly from the exact person that I wanted to be with. Like it is very hard. I wish it would all stop, and that is why I wouldn't like go for anyone else like from now on, because I feel like I'm alone. I've tried so hard at least like to think everything's gonna be okay, but now it's like it's not. So it's like it's just disappointing. And now I feel like if I live my life solo, am I supposed to live my life like this, or is it made for me? Because I'm pretty much done with like all the I'm ugly stuff or by people. I really don't want to also feel like I'm ugly last night. I feel like it's like getting at me, but I always knew that I always accepted myself, and I can feel like I'm pretty. Or like I always tell myself I'm pretty. Maybe I'm just rambling too much, but I just feel like maybe like in my life things are made harder when everything will fall into place on its own. Yeah, I kind of look back on my life, and I feel like I shouldn't be so hard on myself, to blame myself when I naturally feel guilty. But so in my life I was kind of like just thinking like it's so important to kind of just find ways, like even if I'm just dancing randomly, like I'm okay, like I can just let loose because of my way my brain thinks. I can never like really be that calm either. Like maybe if I'm calm, play something a while, but like I feel like it's hard. I used to think that whenever I sleep in my dreams, that was reality, and I wake up and I feel like some kind of NPC. That was what I was thinking at the time. But now I realize that dreams are like simulations, and even true. But I guess my life is just too simple that I feel like it's just the same thing every day. So yeah, it's pretty much like kind of robotic, but still I'm a human, I just don't know. I really, really am very upset that I can't do anything. I thought he was gonna be my person, but he isn't. So it's like, yeah. But I think ultimately being so-called delusional, or like having a good imagination, because I do feel I have that would help me in my life and better in my life. I just feel like one day that I'm ready to be with someone, I tell myself that I'm going to, kind of embrace that, if it's painful or not, and escape from like abuse. I've always been very, very like concerned about abuse. I didn't have my life good around that area, so I don't want to be stuck with someone who's like that. So, but I realized something, like I really want to have dedication to one person, even though this person is not in my life or something, or is in my life or going to be in my life. Like I already set my mind to think about this person as someone who will always be with me, even though not in physical reality. But yeah, I don't know, like some people just leave like a huge mark on you that you can't really erase from, and you'll always be enchanted by this person. Yeah, I just met that person who made me feel ready, who made me feel like, I don't have to be alone. Anyways, even if this is a not physical bond, or it is, but I feel like here, like spiritually, I feel so spiritually, it's probably a good imagination I have, that I keep feeling people here, but they're not. but hey, life's good, and we gotta just keep going and appreciating what people have sent to us, even though they left us, and still also make room for yourself. And I'm trying to do that. So